Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Rookie on Margin. My name is Susan, and I am documenting my journey of being fully invested and living out of my brokerage account. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I actually use margin and kind of give you a walkthrough about how I move money back and forth in my Robinhood account to pay down margin and also to borrow from margin. So yeah, I know a lot of people talk about margin and how they use it, but I don't I don't see a lot of detailed videos giving a walkthrough. I'm pretty sure they're here on YouTube. Maybe I just haven't run across them. So I thought this would be a good video to make because I'm a beginner and any other beginners could possibly benefit from a video like this. So before we get into this video, I'm going to just give a brief summary of what's going to be included in today's video. And that is how I pay off margin every payday, how I borrow margin from my Robinhood account, how long margin approval actually took. And I'll also be talking a little bit about Robinhood Banking app versus the old spending account that used to be at Robinhood. And there's also one thing about Robinhood that even a Fidelity representative got completely wrong when I was trying to move my money over from Fidelity. So I'll include that at the very end. But yeah, let's get into today's video. So I have to give a quick disclaimer. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial expert in any way, shape, or form. I'm just documenting what I'm doing in my personal life using margin. I do want to emphasize margin is very risky, but this strategy is what works best for my own personal needs, my own personal goals. So yeah, just documenting, just entertainment. So I do want to give a quick refresher for any new viewers or pretty much everybody watching this video right now because my channel is new. My goal is to get as much money invested early on. And this is why I'm using this margin strategy. I do want to give a shout out to Mike from Recycle Your Money. His YouTube channel, his videos really had an impact on me using this strategy and me going all in and being fully invested. I would highly recommend you check out his channel. He does a really good job at explaining this strategy that I'm using in detail. Check out his channel. He also has a Discord. Check out his Discord. A lot of good knowledge there, especially for beginning people. I may not talk much on his Discord, but I guarantee you, I am researching all these more advanced strategies in my free time because wow, like I didn't know how much knowledge there was to gain from using an investment strategy like this. So I just want to drop that in there real quick. So yeah, again, my goal is to get as much money invested as early as possible. I personally use margin as a tool. I don't look at it as free money. And again, if you're someone who struggles with managing money, or maybe you have a lot of bad, unhealthy debt, margin may not be the right choice for you at the moment. I would highly recommend anyone who's not good at managing money, good at saving, to get that skill up before trying a strategy like this, just because of the risk involved. So yeah, every paycheck I get, paying off my margin 100% is my priority. When the market drops a lot or the S&P dips below 10% or so, I'll start using more margin or a little bit more aggressively. I'll start digging into my margin more aggressively. But for right now, paycheck pays off my margin. I try to pay it off 100% every single time. All right, as you guys can see, I have opened my Robinhood account here, and this is my all-in account, the account that I'm using for this investing strategy, and I have $23,500 in it. My buying power currently is $20,900, and when I click on buying power, it gives me a bit more information. It gives me it gives me my margin total, which is $24,000, and it also gives me my margin used, which is a little over $3,000. And that margin used is basically what I'm going to be focusing on to pay back from my paycheck, or just focusing to pay it down 100%. So as you can also see, I'm still low risk. I have about 71% buffer. So I'm in a low risk position for for being margin called, which is what I want. And I'm going to also just give you a brief look. Robinhood shows this bar here to kind of give you a better visual representation of like what your risk is at, which I think is nice. And if you want to kind of explore more deeper into your positions with margin and the maintenance requirement for each position, they also give you that extra information. All right, so here we are in the Robinhood Banking app. And as you can see, my checking account is a little over $4,000. Just got paid today. So we will go into the checking account section, and it just shows the transactions that happen like any other checking account. But one thing I really like about the Robinhood Banking app is that because I'm using Robinhood Brokerage, the transfers from the checking account to the brokerage account are instant. And I love that. I really love that. So I'm going to transfer from my checking account to my all-in account, and we're going to see that margin go down. So it instantly defaults from the checking account, which I think is pretty nice. I'm going to click to, and I'm going to click my Robinhood brokerage all in, and let's just do 3,100. And we're going to click continue. Okay. So it briefly describes what's happening, transferring from my Robinhood checking account to my Robinhood brokerage today. One time, I'm going to click continue there. So this is a kind of like a unique user interface experience. You kind of just swipe up from the golden feather to the green feather, and bam, transfer is complete. So we're going to go back to as you can see, the money has also left my account. So I had a little over 4,000. I'm at 1,000, which means that it was instantly happening. So yeah, I'm back in my Robinhood account, and as you can see, there's no margin used anymore. The margin used section is completely gone, and I have a little bit extra cash because I put a little bit more than what I used in my margin. So margin status, it says ready to use. I have the money in there. When I click explore my margin, so as you can see, when it says margin status, I just refreshed it. Ready to use, my bar is full. So meaning I have no margin I'm using. And then if I just go back to my account, it's now updated with the $3,000. So it's now saying 26,000, which shows the difference. So that's kind of how I do it. So now I'm going to show you how to do the reverse with margin. I'm going to be showing you how I move margin from my brokerage account back into my checking account. So basically how I mainly withdraw margin is I go through this person here at the bottom right. I click it and it gives me deposit, withdraw, transfer. And I click withdraw and I can put the money in. I've already withdrawn, but that's kind of how I would do it. You select which account you want. I select all in, and it shows me how much buying power I have available to use, and then I can just use that money, which I think is great. All right, and I do want to show you guys how I enabled margin. So I'm still on the Robinhood app. I'm going to click this person at the bottom right, and then I'm going to click these three bars at the top right, and it's going to take me to this menu, and I'm going to click on investing. So I'm going to go to my account that I want to use margin. You can only have one margin enabled brokerage account in Robinhood. So that's my all in account. And as you can see, it shows you my equity and my margin used. And it gives you a nice little graph to look at. So I'm going to scroll down, and this section you can enable things or disable things. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to margin. And this is a margin account type, which I have enabled. And margin investing is also enabled. You can manage these settings. So if I go to margin investing settings, it clearly shows my margin investing is enabled and my margin spending is enabled. But if I want to disable it, I can, but I won't be able to use margin. And spending, if I disable that, I won't be able to withdraw and use my margin. So I definitely want those two things on. And yeah, that's kind of what I do here. Margin, I don't know if you guys know, but when you have margin, you need at least $2,000 in the account to enable margin. So you definitely want to get that in there. In my experience, I think I waited for all my money to collect in all my accounts, and it collected in my checking account. And then when I had all the funds from all my different accounts in one place. I transferred them over to my Robinhood account. And because I did that, I did not have $2,000 um, around 24 hours before I wanted to enable margin. And I was wondering why I was not seeing the buying power. I was wondering why I was not able to withdraw margin. I was so confused. I think I started with around 16,000. So I was like, what's going on? Fidelity, when I tried to transfer my money from Fidelity, Fidelity literally told me that Robinhood doesn't offer like support, or they don't offer chat. They only chat people on the support section or whatever. And, I'm new to Robinhood. So this is before I was even really involved in Robinhood. I was mainly Fidelity before this. So I was like, okay, I don't know what they're talking about, but they said they don't get real people. Like, you can't talk to a real person. That is false. That is false. You can go to the support center, so you can go to your support chats, or sorry, you can go to contact support, and when you go there, you can talk about your issue. And usually, they'll just, I don't know if it's AI bot or something, but they'll try to help you out. And if that's not helping, you kind of just, what I did, I just said representative. I kept typing in the message box, representative, representative. And they put me on a queue to receive a phone call from a Robinhood representative. And once I received that phone call, the first person I talked to, they didn't really understand margin. They just knew they were just mainly like a basic person. But then that person referred me to a margin specialist. And when I spoke with him, he was really helpful in how to withdraw margin, how to put margin in my account, why I was not able to see the buying power, why my buying power was still zero after I put like $16,000 into my brokerage account. He was really helpful. And you can still contact Robinhood if you have any issues. That's what I did, and it worked out well. And I'm here now. So I just want to put that I just want to put that out there for you guys. So yeah, and just in terms of the Robinhood spending account versus the Robinhood banking account, I'm a new Robinhood user, so I've never had access to the spending account. I think that was phased out. I don't know if that was around April or so, but that's been phased out. And I think they're trying to get people to use the Robinhood banking app. So that's what I've been using. I know older users of Robinhood may still have a spending account. I'm not sure. I'm new to Robinhood, but I see a lot of videos on YouTube talking about spending account, using your spending account on Robinhood. I don't have that feature, so I was like, how do I get this feature? I had to research a little bit more about it. But yeah, newer users, they don't we don't get the option to get a spending account, but we do get the Robinhood banking account, and I like it. That Robinhood banking account is amazing. I really enjoy using it. So I don't feel like I'm at a loss or anything, but I think that's just what's happening with Robinhood moving on forward. So yeah, that's kind of like my margin process of paying it down and withdrawing it from my brokerage account. So margin like is not really that, mysterious or like, oh, what is this thing anymore? Paying it back is super easy, especially if you have the Robinhood banking account. I just feel like being in the Robinhood ecosystem makes this investing strategy so much easier. I don't know really much about other brokerages, but it makes it so much easier. You don't have to wait days to wait for your money to transfer into Robinhood or anything. It's just instantly from your banking account to your brokerage account with Robinhood banking. Yeah, so paying back margin is easy. And I'm still learning. Like I said, I am a rookie using margin, rookie on margin. I have so many things I do not know. I don't know everything about this strategy. I definitely am trying to gain more knowledge. Like, I honestly feel like this investing strategy is amazing. I honestly feel like, wow, if you really know how to utilize this investing strategy, you will become financially free. And this excitement, this passion I have for understanding this investment strategy even further is what I really want to spread to people. This is something that I feel anyone can do, anyone can learn. I really want to bring a financial awareness to everyone. And I want everyone to feel as though they can be financially free. This is not something that is a secret. This is something that's easily accessible to anybody. And I want everyone to succeed. Like, I want to succeed on my financial journey, and I want everyone else to succeed. We can all be successful in our financial journey. We can all get financial freedom. And that's kind of what is really giving me a lot of passion to like make this YouTube videos, document my journey, because this is something that, man, this is like a gold mine of opportunity here if it is utilized in the correct manner. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long, but thank you guys for watching my second video here. If you've made it this far to the end of the video, thank you, thank you, thank you. Still learning every day. If you're someone who's afraid to start investing or just want to watch someone figure it out, thank you for finding my channel. Please subscribe, please like, please comment. I'll keep documenting everything. I know I'm a little bit taking a little bit longer to post the next video, but I'm still learning how to edit stuff on YouTube. I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube stuff. And I just still wanted to be very authentic about what I'm bringing to YouTube. Again, wishing you guys the best on your financial journey. Seriously, it's all love here. I want to spread positivity to everybody else. Check out Mike's channel for more Cycle Your Money. And I will talk to you guys next time.